ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। कठोपनिषद अध्याय 1 वल्ली 2 मंत्र 7। श्रवणायापि बहुभिर्यो न लभ्यः शृण्वन्तोऽपि बहवो यन्न विद्युः आश्चर्यो वक्ता कुशलोऽस्य लब्धा आश्चर्यो ज्ञाता कुशलानुशिष्टः। Up to mantra 6, Yama glorified the Atma Vidya. As well as Nachiketa, who chose the Atma Vidya. Rejecting all temptations. In the process, the Shruti revealed the Adhikari for Atmajnana. Who is an Adhikari? It is revealed in past 6 mantras. Vairagya, Mumukshutva, Viveka. Now, Yama is further glorifying the Atmajnana by talking about is durlabhatva. Atmajnana is durlabha, difficult to get, rare. Because the teacher of Atma Vidya is very rare. a competent teacher. Difficult to get. Similarly, a competent student also is durlabha, difficult to get. That is why a successful transmission of Atmajnana from a guru to shishya is a rare phenomenon. Durlabha. See the verse. Shravanayapi bahubhiryo na labhyaha. Yaha Atma, the Atma, bahubhihi, by many people, Shravanaya api, even for Shravana, even for listening, na labhyaha, it is not available. It is not available to many, even for Shravana. Some people want to do Shravana, but they cannot get opportunity to do Shravana. Shrinvantopi bahavo yanna vidyuhu yam bahavaha api bahavaha shrinvantaha api na vidyuhu yam atmanam, which Atma many people bahavaha shrinvantaha api, even listening to it, even after doing Shravana for a long time, they don't get it. Na vidyuhu. They don't understand because of lack of chitta shuddhi, lack of readiness. Tasya asya vakta ascharyaha. Tasya, that kind of Atma, asya, which is under discussion. You have to add a tasya because there is a yam, yaha and yam are there. To correspond to it, we should add a tasya. Tasya asya vakta ascharyaha. A vakta, a teacher. Vakta literally means a speaker. And the speaker is a teacher. The teacher has to speak. Vakta. If he is a mauni, he cannot be a teacher. He cannot be a guru. Most often people are attracted to maunis, especially in Himalayas. There is a mauni staying somewhere deep in Himalayas, in Tapovan. People will say, we want to go and see him. So they will have a break for 15 days and go to Tapovan. After Gomukh, they will walk all the way and see. People are interested in maunis, silent people. So many things can be concealed in silence. Ignorance can be concealed in silence very easily. If someone asks me something I don't know, I will keep quiet. That is what the students also do generally. If I ask, if anybody asks something, I will keep quiet. You don't know whether he knows or whether he doesn't know. But a teacher, a guru, is the one who teaches. Upadeshta, one who does upadesha, is a guru. Vakta ascharyaha, a guru who teaches is ascharya, is a wonder. Wonder means rare. If something is rare, it is a wonder. You wonder about it. It is not commonplace. Ascharyaha. Asya kushalaha labdha kaschit eva. Asya kushalaha labdha. Asya atmanaha atmajnanasya kushalaha. A skillful labdha, receiver. Kushalaha means skillful, dexterous. To understand the Atma, one should have some skill, some ability to understand what the Guru teaches. First of all, one should learn how to tune to a Guru. Even tuning to a Guru is very important. Most often tuning doesn't happen because nowadays there are so many avenues of doing, of listening to the classes. So after listening to one acharya, they will go and listen to another person in YouTube or recording. Then the tuning doesn't happen. Similarly, after a month, they go to another acharya. Even then the tuning doesn't happen. So then it creates more of a confusion than a clear understanding of the vision. It is like learning the music simultaneously from 10 teachers. So people learn a little from one teacher and they come to another and say, I know already something, but this is another style. The progress doesn't happen because every teacher has his own style of singing. There are different traditions, different gharanas. So one has to be consistent and listen to a particular teacher. That is when he can understand what he really means to convey. Otherwise, he said this, he said this, he said this. It is more of a confusion. And one can just talk about oneself, boast about oneself. I know this Acharya, I know that Acharya, I know this Swami, I know that Swami. People most often come to me and say, they know every Swami. I have listened to this Swami, I have listened to that Swami, this Acharya, that Acharya. Then I understand, then it's all confusion. No point in talking further. Okay, you know everyone. So, even to listen, one should be able to tune to the Acharya, the Guru, and try to understand what he really means to convey. And it needs some ability, some samarthya. That is why Kathopanishad uses the word nipunaha, kushalaha. Kushalaha means nipunaha, dexterous. Ascharyaha, kaschideva, very rare. Kaschit, somebody among many. So, asya kushalaha labdha kaschid eva, full stop. Kushalanushishtah jnata ascharyaha. Kushalanushishtah jnata. A jnata, a knower of the Atma, being taught by a kushala. Kushalena acharyena anushishtah. Kushalanushishtah. One who is taught by a kushala acharya, an expert teacher, a skillful teacher. Even to teach, one should have the ability to convey, put across the vision. Therefore, the teacher also has to be kushalaha. Kushalanushishtah acharyaha. Kushalanushishtah jnata. Jnata, the knower who is taught, anushishtah, by a kushala, acharya, is ascharyaha, is a wonder, very rare. Therefore, the teacher has to be skillful, and the student also should be skillful. Teacher should have the skill of teaching, communicating the vision, and the student have the skill of grasping, understanding the teaching. Both coming together is also a rare phenomenon. A proper teacher is rare. Proper student is rare. And both coming together is even rare. That is why Atmajnana is durlabha. Very rare, very difficult to get. See the Bhāshya. यस्तु श्रेयोर्थी सः सहस्रेषु कश्चिदेव आत्मविद्भवति त्वद्विधः यस्मात् श्रवणायापि श्रवणार्थं श्रोतुम् अपि यः न लभ्यः आत्मा बहुभिः अनेकैः शृण्वन्तोऽपि बहवः अनेके अन्ये यम् आत्मानं न विद्युः न विदन्ति अभागिनः असंस्कृतात्मानः न विजानीयुः। यस्तु श्रेयोर्थी, a श्रेयोर्थी, one who seeks moksha, Shreya is called Shreyorthi. Sahasreshu kaschideva. Saha, a Shreyorthi. Sahasreshu, among thousands, kaschideva, someone, one among thousands. And even among them, Kaschideva Atmavit, some rare person becomes Atmavit, Atmajnani. The seekers of Jnana are one among thousands, and even among them, the people who succeed in Atmajnana, even they are one in thousands. Tvadvidhaha, like you are one among the rare, one among the rare ones. Tvadvidhaha, like you, a Shreyorthi is rare. Sahasreshu Kaschideva. And even among them, people who become Atmajnani are even more rare. Yasmat, because. Why it is rare? Because Shravanaya api, even for Shravana, Shravanaya is equal to Shravanartham, Tadarthye Chaturthi. Shrotum api, Shravanartham is equal to Shrotum api, even to listen. Yaha na labhyaha, yaha Atma na labhyaha. Atma is not available. Bahubhihi, anekaihi, for many people. Bahubhihi na labhyaha. It is not available to many. Not availed by many. If you want a closer translation, not availed by many. Bahubhihi is equal to anekaihi, by many people. Shrinvantopi, बहवः अनेके अन्ये यम आत्मानं न विद्युः शृण्वन्तः अपि अनेके अन्ये बहवः is equal to अनेके many अन्ये other people other means other than the ones told in the first sentence. Many other people who have the opportunity to listen to. Shrinvantah api, even though they listen, yam atmanam na vidyuhu, they do not understand the Atma. Na vidyuhu is equal to na vidanti, they do not understand. Why? Abhaginaha. They are abhaginaha. They are unfortunate ones. They don't have the bhagya. Unfortunate ones. Why? Asamskritatmanaha. Asamskrita Atma. Atma means antahkaranam. Their antahkarana is not samskrita, not purified, without a chitta shuddhi. They lack in chitta shuddhi. Therefore, they do not understand. Even after listening, even after doing Shravana for 50 years, they do not understand. Kincha asya vakta api ascharyaha adbhutavadeva anekeshu kaschideva bhavati. Kincha, moreover, asya vakta, a teacher of this Atma, ascharyaha is equal to adbhutavadeva. Ascharya is adbhutam, wonder. Bhāshyakara said adbhutavat, like any other wonder in the world. There are many wonders in the world. According to some list, there are 7 wonders. There may be even more wonders. Like the Great Wall of China. It is a wonder. There is no such big, huge construction anywhere else in the world. Only one such thing in the world, in the planet Earth. It is a wonder. We have many such wonders in India. So many marvelous temples, architects. Rare. Likewise, the Atmajnana also, one who teaches the Atmajnana is a wonder. It is not a wonder that many are not able to understand. It is not a wonder that many are not able to know or teach. But it is a wonder that someone is able to teach. It is like any difficult exam in the world. In a difficult exam, like MBA entrance, a few years back I saw an ad in the newspaper. MBA entrance is not a selection process. It is a rejection procedure. Because mostly people are rejected and only a few are selected. Likewise, CA exam. How many people pass CA exam in the first attempt? They say only 5%. Is it true? I don't know. Someone told. Yeah. So very few people pass, and most of the people don't pass. So if someone fails, it's okay. They can, they can easily say without any shame, I failed CA exam. Nobody will mind. Because if someone passes, it is a wonder. So it is rare. I am not comparing Atmajnani to someone who has passed CA. What I wanted to convey is, it is a wonder that a few people are able to teach. It is not a wonder that many people are not able to teach. That is the idea. Ascharyavat. Because to be able to know the Atma and to be able to teach the Atma, it is all the grace of Ishvara. Adbhutavate vadeva Anekeshu kaschideva bhavati. Adbhutavat is the meaning of Ascharya. What does it imply? Anekeshu kaschideva bhavati. Only one rare person among many. That is the idea conveyed by the word Ascharya. Tatha Shrutva api asya atmanaha kushalaha nipunaha eva anekeshu labdha kaschideva bhavati. Tatha, likewise, Shrutva api, even after listening, even after doing Shravana, asya atmanaha kushalaha nipunaha. Kushalaha is nipunaha, skillful, dexterous. Asya atmanaha labdha, one who receives the Atma, means one who receives the Atma Jnana. Atma cannot be received because Atma is already there. Neither you can receive it nor you can reject it. It is free from Hana and Upadan. Neither one can accept nor one can reject the Atma. Heyopadeya varjita. Therefore, Atmanaha labdha should be understood as Atma Jnanasya labdha. one who receives the Atma Jnana, Anekeshu Kaschideva Bhavati. Anekeshu, among many people, Kaschideva, some rare one, Yasmat Ascharyo Jnata Kaschideva Kusalanushishtaha Kushalena Nipunena Acharyena Anushishtaha San. Bhāshyakara connects the last line, Ascharyo Jnata Kusalanushishtaha, as a hetu for Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Labdha. So, some connection should be there between the two. Otherwise, both look like a repetition. Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Labdha and Ascharyo Jnata Kusalanushishtaha. Both look like a repetition. The idea seems to be same. To avoid it, Bhāshyakara connects the second statement, Ascharyo Jnata Kusalanushishtaha, as a hetu for the previous statement. Yasmat. See, that is why Yasmat. Because. Why Ascharyo Vakta Kushalosya Labdha? Because Ascharyo Jnata, a Jnata, a knower, is Ascharya. Ascharya means Kaschideva, among many, only someone. Kushalanushishtaha, because even to become a Jnata, one should be Kushalanushishtaha. Kushalena Nipunena Acharyena Anushishtaha San Jnata. Kushalanushishtaha means one who is taught by a Kushala Acharya. One who is taught by an Acharya who is skillful. That kind of a knower is rare. Therefore, even to find a teacher who knows is difficult, and even to find a student who has understood is difficult. न नरेणावरेण प्रोक्त एषः सुविज्ञेयो बहुधा चिन्त्यमानः अनन्यप्रोक्ते गतिरत्र नास्ति अणीयान् ह्यतर्क्यमणुप्रमाणात् न नरेण अवरेण प्रोक्तः एषः सुविज्ञेयः एषः एषः आत्मा दिस आत्मा बहुधा चिन्त्यमानः दिस आत्मा is understood bahudha in many ways. People have various notions regarding the Atma. Bahudha Chintyamanaha. People have various ideas, and each idea contradicts the other. Therefore, avarena narena proktaha na suvijneyaha. If it is taught by an avaraha, a lowly person, an ajnani, is referred to as avarena narena, an avaraha naraha, a lowly human being, not qualified to teach Atma. If it is taught by such a person, na suvijneyaha, it cannot be easily understood. It cannot be properly understood. It will be like andhena niyamanaha andhaha, a blind leading another blind. It cannot be understood correctly. Ananya prokte gatiratra nasti. This line is interpreted in many ways by Bhāshyakara. I think 4 ways it is interpreted. So we will see them later on when we go through the Bhāshya. So ananya prokte. One interpretation is ananyena acharyena prokte sati. An acharya should be ananyaha, non-different from Brahman. The teacher of Brahmajnana should not be different from Brahman, what he is teaching. Being Brahman, he teaches Brahman. Then he is ananyaha, non-different from Brahman, not anya, from what he teaches. Ananya prokte, when it is taught by the Brahman himself, means taught by the Acharya who is not different from Brahman, then gatiratra nasti. Gatihi means all wrong notions, all misconceptions. Atra Atmani, about this Atma, Gatihi, all misconceptions, nasti, they will not be there. They will be gone if it is taught by a proper acharya. All misconceptions will vanish and he will get proper understanding. Aniyanhyatarkyam anupramanat. The Atma is atarkyam. It cannot be arrived at purely with the tarka, purely with reasoning, without the help of Shastra. If I try to understand the Atma with my own intellectual speculation, I will never arrive at a conclusion. Even if I arrive at a conclusion with my intellectual speculation, another person will come and demolish my arguments, and he will put forward another argument and arrive at another conclusion. Then there is another philosopher. He makes his own philosophy, demolishing the other philosophy also. Therefore, philosophies are built over philosophies. One can never arrive at a conclusion. Today there is one philosophy in vogue. After a few days, another philosophy will come about the Atma, another conception. That is what happens in the Western world. Germany or France. Newer and newer philosophies are made. Modern philosophers, then post-modern philosophers, then post-postmodern philosophers. Newer and newer philosophies come, and the older philosophies are gone. Where is the conclusion? There is no conclusion. It continues endlessly. Because the Western philosophies are purely based on intellectual speculation. There is no idea of Shastra Pramana. Therefore, Aniyan, Anupramanat Aniyan. If one tries to understand the Atma with intellectual speculation, Anupramanat Aniyan, it becomes subtler than the subtle. Anupramanat, more than Anupramana, which has Anu as its quantity, means subtle. Aniyan, it becomes even more Anu. It becomes subtler and subtle, endlessly. And every intellectual speculation seems to be convincing for an ordinary person, because he puts forward very sound, seemingly sound arguments, and people will generally shake head. The audience will generally shake head. Suppose a Dvaiti comes and he argues in favor of Dvaita. Most often people shake their head if they are not grounded in Vedanta, because the argument seems sound. They don't seem fallacious if one doesn't think. That is why there are so many speakers. So many ideas are there in the market. And all these ideas are flourishing. They have many more viewers in the media. So it keeps continuing to be Anoho Aniyan, subtler than the subtle. So more and more subtle arguments come into picture, and it continues without any end. Inconclusive. Reasoning is inconclusive. It doesn't arrive at a conclusion. Reasoning without Shastra. Kasmat. Bhāshyakara connects the previous verse with the present verse with Kasmat. Why? Again, Hetu Hetu Madbhava. This mantra gives a Hetu, reason for the idea conveyed in the previous verse. Specifically, the last line of the previous verse. So, Ascharyo Jnata Kusalanushishtaha. Why? This mantra explains. Nahi Narena Manushyena Avarena Proktaha Avarena Hinena Prakrita Buddhina Ityetat Uktaha Eshaha Atma Yam Tvam Mam Prachasi. Narena means Manushyena. Avarena means Hinena, by a Hina, a lowly person. Who is he? Prakrita Buddhina Ityetat. Avarena Narena means Prakrita Buddhina Manushyena. A human being who has Prakrita Buddhi. Prakrita Buddhi means not Samskrita Buddhi. Samskrita does not mean he should know Sanskrit language. That is not the idea. Shastra Acharya Samskrita Buddhi, whose mind is exposed to Shastra and Acharya. He is a Samskrita Buddhi. Means a Jnani who knows the traditional way of understanding the Shastra, as well as he has Jnana Nishtha. He abides in the knowledge. Anyone other than him is Prakrita Buddhi. He doesn't know the truth properly. He has not studied from a proper Acharya, and he has not understood the vision properly. But he has studied here and there, little on YouTube, and a little he has read on his own. Then he becomes an Acharya, an upstart. He has some skill, some ability to speak, and some charisma. He grows a beard and he wears a turban. All these are possible. Then he gets some charisma and he gets following. He knows how to manage the people. Then he can become a very popular, modern, new age guru. So, Prakrita Buddhina Ityetat. This is the meaning of Avaraha Naraha. Uktaha Eshaha Atma. This Atma, Uktaha, if it is told, the Atma is described in between. Yam Tvam Mam Prachasi. Whom you are asking me, the Atma which you have asked me, It is not taught by a Prakrita Purusha. He is not qualified to teach it. So, nahi uktaha, na proktaha. It is not taught by a Prakrita Purusha. Bhāshyakara connects the na two times. It is not taught by a Prakrita Purusha. Avarena narena na proktaha eshaha. And eshaha nahi suvidnyeyaha. This Atma is not easily understandable. Nahi sushtu samyak vidnyeyaha vijñātum shakyaha. Nahi sushtu samyak vijñeyaha. Sushtu means samyak, properly. Na vijñeyaha. Vijñeyaha is equal to vijñātum shakyaha. It cannot be understood properly if taught by such people. So, first of all, he said, such people are not competent to teach the Atma. And then, if such people teach, then it cannot be understood properly. Yasmad bahudha asti nasti karta akarta shuddha ashuddha ityadi anekadha chintyamanaha vadibhihi. Why it cannot be understood easily, properly, if such people are teaching? Because yasmat, see, this is again hetu. He is giving yasmat. When he says yasmat, it is a hetu for the previous statement. Bahudha chintyamanaha. It is understood in various ways. Bahudha, in many ways. There are many misconceptions. Asti, according to some people, asti, it is there. According to some people, nasti, Atma does not exist. There are many philosophers. According to them, Atma doesn't exist. For example, Charvaka, no Atma. Similarly, Buddhist also does not have an Atma. He is a Shunyavadi. Shunyavadi as well as Kshanika Vijnana. Even for them, Vijnanavadis also don't have a permanent Atma. And Karta Akarta. So, among the people who accept the Atma, Asti, even for them, for some people it is Karta, Atma is Karta. For example, the Purva Mimamsakas, Bhatta, Prabhakara, there are such philosophers. For them, Atma is Karta. Then there are others like Sankhya. For them, Atma is Akarta. Shuddha, Ashuddha. For some, Atma is Shuddha, pure, asamsari, free from punya and papa. Whereas for some people, Ashuddha, impure, Atma has guna, sukha, dukkha. All these are the attributes of Atma for some people, like Naiyayikas. For Naiyayika, Atma is Ashuddha because it has gunas. For Sankhya, Atma is Shuddha because it is free from the gunas. Ityadi, thus, Adi. There are so many such arguments. Anekadha chintyamanaha vadibhihi. Vadibhihi, by various vadis, various philosophers. Anekadha chintyamanaha. Bahudha is anekadha. In various forms, Atma is understood. They all hold on to their arguments, their visions, their views, and argue in support of their views. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.